Welcome back, everyone, to Random Thoughts. We're jumping into some Storybook Brawl, and as you can see, no camera today. It's very hot. I want to turn off the lights and keep it as cool as humanly possible. So, no camera. We're going to try and get through this run in the dark, I guess. So, as I mentioned elsewhere, we haven't really been doing spectacular in Storybook Brawl. We were gonna cross the threshold and actually get into the 3,000 point club, and didn't happen. So instead, we're now slumming it on the other end of the spectrum, and we can't seem to really string together wins the way we used to. Everybody else in the game seems to have not only caught up, but surpassed us in skill level. So we're gonna see if we can try and score a win in this run. Now, normally, I think the safest option is Jack here, but we're going to go with Skip because, you know, for funsies. What do we got here? It doesn't really matter because we don't get to pick anything. LOL. So, obviously, we need to try and find some strong things for Skip immediately. Ideally, I've had success with Skip before where I was able to get quick level 3 upgrades. We were able to find beneficial spells to string things together. It isn't really consistent, so we'll have to see what happens here. I mean, obviously, on round 1, we're just taking the L, right? Alright, well, I guess this is okay. There's the potential that this could go together. We're not going to re-roll for anything in this scenario, but this is not exactly the most thrilling start to this. We'll take what we can get, but I'm not super excited. I'll just wait for the countdown to expire and get in there. Can we actually trigger any of this as well? That's going to be the other thing. Nope, we can't. I'm telling you, Brave Princess never slays anything. It just never happens. It's mind-boggling to me. Alright, so we'll pick... I did this wrong. We needed to buy this in the other order. Now we're behind on a quest. That was just kind of a misclick scenario. Not misclick, it was just a mistake. I was busy lamenting the other stuff and then wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. So we're just going to have to kind of hold that L for a little while as we go into this next round, this next brawl. Who are we up against? We're up against Snow Angel. And your start is pretty good. And once again, we don't get any stacks. Oof. We're just eating a bunch of damage. This is not going well, and it does not bode well for us. What are we doing here? What are we doing? We're going to take the Medusa just because we need something. Maybe the princess needs to be positioned differently. I've tried a number of different locations for her, and none of them seem to work. So next turn we'll have 6 gold. We still haven't cast any spells. We should have had at least one cast, but as mentioned, mistakes. I don't like the idea of locking Romeo, but I think we need to take a risk here and maybe try and find an upgrade. Maybe we should just be rolling for Arthur. Well, not Arthur, but, you know, to find the Juliet and stuff and then come back to these. Maybe that's better. I don't really want to be in royalty necessarily, but, I mean, we gotta have something work here, and right now nothing is working. Oh, look, the princess doesn't trigger again. I hate picking Brave Princess, but at the time that seemed to be our best option. Here, like, this doesn't look good either. I mean, Fairy Godmother is good. But I am just not a fan of the rest of these. So we're doing this, we'll hopefully be able to buff up the princess so she'll actually do something. We're still not casting any spells. And this is super incoherent. Which, I mean, we're only level 4, so that's where builds start to materialize for the most part, barring variants earlier than this. But at the same time, this is just not behaving. Alright, well, we get the Medusa hit, but the rest of this is just not, like, this does not look good. I don't know how we kill the frog. Well, maybe we can get there. Nope, probably not, because that's going to get sniped. We did get a trigger, though. We were able to complete one part of the quest, 1/3. Oh boy, so we're sort of in royalty, but sort of not. This is all just... It's not going very well. We'd rather keep this big and healthy, I think. We're going to get rid of the Treant in favor of this. It just gives us another trigger for this. We're also going to lock for the Godmother, and now we get the Frog Prince, too. But that... We're going into level 5, and we're buying Frog Prince. This is not where we want to be. This is not where we want to be. Well, we do get to snipe a bunch of things. There is that. Unfortunately, they're going to summon a bunch of things because of this stupid donkey. There goes the Godmother. Well, we're getting some sleigh triggers. Silver linings. And that's all we got. Wow, we're going to win! I honestly did not see that coming. Just because of how things have gone, it was just super bad this whole way. I still think we're in terrible shape, for the record. There's really not much positive about this. I don't want the Medusa here, but I don't see any way in which we can take it out. We could replace the Brave Princess with the other Godmother. I don't know. We'll go with this, and we gotta hope that the Court Wizard carries us. So we need our opponent to not have a spell that snipes it, or a dragon, or, you know, just overrun us. It's entirely possible that they just have an actual coherent build instead of what we have. Alright, we're getting some stuff happening. Is it going to matter? Not that one. All of those things that just happened were not great. Hey, we actually completed the quest. There's a first time for everything. Alright, we're gonna get there. Amazing. I'm honestly shocked. I'm honestly shocked. Hey, we found a Juliet as well. Alright. Now we're cooking with gas. First character has 10 health. I guess. I'm not a huge fan of fancy pants. We'll take the fancy pants. I don't know. We don't have support. Like, actual support things. Do we try and swap into animals? We have a very narrow window to make this work if we're going to make it work, and I don't know that we're going to be able to. So, closer to completing the quest, buffs up Nutcracker. Maybe we should. We're going to put in Frog Prince and see how this does. I think this is a mistake. I think the Medusa is more important, but we'll find out. We got a bunch of stacks on the Prince Treant. Got another... Maybe this is coming together. I doubt it, but maybe we can make something happen. We should have ate the frog, I think. Alright, there's an upgrade. Level 2 and 3 are upgraded. So if we can find a Romeo... This now sells at a profit. I don't know that I want to sell these things right now. I think we wait. We're going into level 6. I don't think we die here if we lose, unless we lose, like, really, really badly. And our opponent has a nuts setup with a lot of upgrades. And it's possible that we win, so... I think we bank the gold for now in the form of the chicken. And we'll see if we can find stuff. Now, if we find an Arthur, it's still not bad, because we could just buy back some of the low-level... princes and princesses and upgrade things. I thought that completed its quest for a second. I was very excited. But it did not. Thanks to Fairy Godmother, our characters just have enormous backsides, so... A good boy is pretty good. Especially when we can buff it like that. We'll complete our quest. We'll get locked chest. I don't know. We want this in the fight. I don't know if an 8-8's better than the 9-7. Probably the same. Another court wizard is relevant to our interests. We'll probably sell the Cinderella. Alright, there's a Juliet, so we're gonna buy that. That seems like something we want. We'll take the forking rod. I guess that's fine. I'm not sure. I'm hoping we can get a good boy set up, but I'm not. We'll see how that goes. Of course, you target that. I mean, the good news is now that everything gets buffed more, I guess. The silver lining. So the Snow Angel did not get their animal set up, which is good. We were able to not only score a win, but eliminate an opponent, so definitely positive there. Alright, so we're digging for upgrades. We're digging for Arthur. Both of those seem relevant to our interests. This is a tough choice. I'm going to put in Arthur over the Prince. I don't really want to upgrade or keep the upgraded Brave Princess. She doesn't do anything, and she's not going to scale quickly enough, I don't think. Like, I guess this is okay. It's not spectacular. We could put the Nutcracker back in, but I don't know that it's going to live through anything. We probably should put it back in, but it's, again, not going to grow all that quickly. If we can find the third Arthur, we'll be in good shape, because then we can consolidate and have better slots. We probably should have locked the Hugify, though. I think that's a mistake that we didn't save that for the good boy. Thank God that targeted it in that order so that this survived. Because we need the Court Wizard to live, or we just can't. Like, I don't have enough confidence in the rest of this setup. But we get a win. We get a W. Don't have upgrades. We do have an upgrade. Sweet. And the one we were looking for. I am happy with that. We're going to skip those, though. We'll put Nutcracker back in. Pick up our chicken. So this is upgraded, but it's not what we need. You're like a 10-10, I think. We might end up picking up another princess. Well, there's a Romeo. So this is immediately better. And that's why I wanted to do that. Whereas the Nutcracker's going to need help. Maybe we should have locked Robin Hood and just be on the good plan in general as opposed to royalty specifically. Now, thankfully, a lot of our stuff is growing to decent proportions right now, but it's still early. We could still run into a number of opponents that have really bonkers things, but because we have so many upgrades, we're able to take this Merlin player out, which is good. I don't think we want another Arthur. I don't know where we're going to include it. The buffs would be nice, but... And this is going to grow too slowly. Like, we'd rather just continue buffing our existing stuff, I think. I feel as though we're just going to be rolling for good boys and relevant spells. AKA turning things into pigs, disintegrates, that sort of thing. I mean, the -12/-12 there might have been good. This is a permanent buff to good boy. And it gets cast twice because of the forking rod, so... Other advantages. We could do this. You'd be a 20-14 immediately. Actually, you're going to end up being bigger. We'll try this, because this, if we can get it upgraded, this fight is going to be way better than other options. Putting the Fairy Godmother up front could cost us this fight, though. Lancelot is another card that I often have a lot of difficulty upgrading. Oh, that is so bad for us. That is so bad for us. I mean, we do still have the Romeo set up, so there is that. We're able to kill their range character, which was the big threat, so okay, we're okay. We are okay. And we get the W. We win that brawl. We also got the upgraded Lancelot, which is important. We can probably replace one of the less useful items. So do we do Tree of Life? I feel like we do Tree of Life. Probably could have replaced Forking Rod, to be honest. Put this in the back again. We'll give this an attack buff. Hercules. I don't know that we're ever going to level him in time. But we do want that other good boy, that's for sure. We'll sell these off, get the chicken. It's a net gold gain. I think the good boy's more relevant. I'm not sure about that. I mean, we're making very large and very healthy characters here. We're able to one-shot the tree, which is a big deal. We have a 56 attack Court Wizard. I'm feeling okay. We got him. We got him. So the question is, can we beat Dracula? Can we defeat Dracula? So we're definitely hunting for relevant spells here. I mean, I want this, but I want to see if we can find a Pigomorph. Ask and you shall receive. We have a little bit of a life buffer, so if we were to lose... I mean, it's obviously we just saw and we've seen before that we were able to kill people from 20. So it's entirely possible that we just get eliminated here, but we'll have to see. So we got 20 seconds, counting down. It's nice to be on this side of the good boy setup for once. I tell you right now, I feel much better. So we got our upgrades. They do have a Echo Wood, which could be very bad. And an enormous doubly. Oh boy. This is not going spectacular, to be perfectly honest. But the good news is we're going to get a bunch of triggers here. I take it back. We're doing perfectly fine. We didn't finish our opponent, though. We do leave them alive and give them another opportunity. And we were able to Pigomorph something. So we'll have to see how this goes. The longer the game goes, the worse it is for us. We're spreading out the buffs, so if they get a Pigomorph and it hits one, it doesn't completely remove our benefits. Echo Wood could be interesting for us, to be honest. I don't feel like we're going to end up with 2. But say we... I guess we just stick with 1 and then we roll with what we've got. Maybe we can pick up the other Good Boy, upgrade this, and then add Echo Wood. Because then the Good Boy buffs plus the Arthur buffs should make this enormous. We just have to hope that our opponent did not get a good spell. If they did and they sniped the Court Wizard or they Pigamorph one of the Good Boys or something, we could be in trouble. Alright, we are able to take down the Echo Wood before it grows immensely, which is the good news. We got the heal. Yeah, this is what went swimmingly. That went way better than the last fight. That's kind of wild. Or I felt better about that. And we finally took down a W. It felt great to be on this end of the Good Boys this time. So, that'll do it for this time. As always, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And Black Lives Matter.